Mafi bona toge be afra ko bore mako kari mano uramo. Mafi bona toge be afra ko bore kari mano uramo. Mafi bona toge be afra ko bore mako kari mano urugo. Mafi bona toge be afra ko bore kari mano urugo. Imanadika dinta jarabia Gane buga baya, we manadika. Dinta jarabia, gane buga baya. Ogano chure aso coach, but no bagati tindu. Ogago chure aso coach, but no bagati tindu. Abo. Brother Masikwala Makine Sirike Kiweli Sigiru Basabo Esio Ima Wanawa Kesine Ne Madam Makiwelendo Gibirego Imanabu Kage Makiwe Esendelu Enyedia Unine Kero Sabo Nduhe Wegudo Nduhe Wegim Borabo Weekend to Hossa Nduhe Wegudo Nduhe Wegim Borabo a weekend to Hossa Sabo Otutu alala nike, otutu uru nike, ni agbego kele ha. Otutu alala nike, otutu uru nike, ni agbego kele ha o. Otu akoga de, mbebi afraga bia, otutu ndiga nora. Otu akoga de wo, mbebi afraga biaru, otutu ndiga nora. Obotoma. Mafi bona choge be afra, aroko borea, okare mano. Mafi bona choge be afra, aroko borea, okare mano ulugo. Mafi bona choge be afra, aroko borea, mako okare mano ulugo. Wanem bianara biafra do, bianara ya. Here we did again, my brother. Senator Bianara Biafra. Governor Bianara Biafra. Absubsidiary Bianara. Nabataya. Here we did again, my brother. Oh, Anile. Yala Omo Biafra. Can you get it to cook it? Asemo wanile yala omo biafra kanyikele tukokike Onye furo n'Igbo wezi anyị masị na modika dike Ọbịago weta ọbụghị Igbo na-agbọ Wekwelugo na ọ bụ onye Chukwu tinyere ọlụ Wekwelugo Ndom sina chuku, akarakam sina chuku Naburu Victoria wankwo Ndom sina chuku, akarakam sina chuku Naburu Victoria wankwo Afamolugo Nembia kene nambole kolonu wepugo Mami movia kene Nembia kene nambole kolonu wepugo Nama anyị alawala n'ala ahụ nke Chukwu kwere anyị na nkwa. Anyị alawala, anyị agawala n'ala ahụ nke Chukwu gọziri anyị. Ala Biafra, obodo ọma ebe ya bịa sisele, obodo ọma. Ụmụ Biafra tinyere ike, were oge ike tinyere ha, wee chegide ala ha emere mmegbu. Ụmụ Biafra tinyere ike, were ike ha nyere ha, wee leda ala ha emere mmegbu. Akụkọ adịka nwanyị mụrụ nwa nke na-enweghara oge agụụ gụrụ Hausa, ha ga-amata ụlọ ala Biafra bara ha. Oge agụụ gụrụ Hausa, ka ga-amata ụlọ ala Biafra bara ha. Ọma. Yes, and
oye.
Igwe butu ụzọ bịago, agụ na-eche mba bịago, n'okwu na-eche Igbo niile. Igwe butu ụzọ mụ, agụ na-eche mba bịago, n'okwu na-eche Igbo niile. Nwa Chinamara eju, Igwe ekwelugo na ọ bụ Chi Biafra nyere ka ọlụ. Ekwelugo.
Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you, everyone. It's going to be an interesting one because there are so many updates out there. And the most interesting one is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not leaving the zoo by their balls. Onyendu is not leaving the zoo by their balls. He's squeezing their scutrum. Squeezing it. They will hear them. Before we continue, let us allow Onyendu to lead us in prayer. Let us pray.
Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ ọka aka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ. Ndị gboo wee tụọ oge ebighị ebi, onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịgị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọ bịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ uwe na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt ka otu a wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtụ na eji ama mgbe niile, n'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị onwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nsọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị dịfọ ya bụ isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija ma na-asị, lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasị wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụ ikonye ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala nwekwa n'ihi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anyị onwe anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkwa ha nsọ gị, na-asị na enweghị iche ọzọ egwezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana nwere onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi mara onye gị ka a na-arịọ gị. Ise
Ndewo Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ndewo. Thank you, our supreme leader. Thank you so very much. Yes, I want to welcome everyone in the house tonight. I see you, Alex. I see you, Nnamdi. I see you, Mommy, Lola, Ego Yibo. I see you, Alex. Thank you, Zuchuku. Ndewo Uchenwa. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Thank you for joining. Samuel Chidera, thank you for joining tonight. Ndị sabo joy, ndị sabo ha ga-anwụ ọnwụ ike. Yes, ndị sabo ga-anwụ ọnwụ ike. Thank you, Mommy Ego Ibo. Thank you. Zuchuku said that this program gives him joy, and may that joy remain in you and become an everlasting joy in the mighty name of Chukwu Okike Abiama. He say, thank you so much. Izuchukwu Chineke goziere m gị. Thank you, Celestine, my brother. I greet you. Thank you, Lolo is still here. Thank you so much. Chukwuemeka Ebube Chukwu ndewo. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ndewo. Thank you so much. MB Lewis, I greet you. Uchenwa, I greet you. It seems like lately the eggs just didn't only catch Sabos, but I decided to weaken and other Biafran haters in Nigeria. Thank you so much. Alex, I see you. Thank you. Mommy say, Mazin Namdekano, the highest king in Biafra land. Father, please help us. Chukwu Okike Abiama. Uden nasu. Akwa nke m n'ebe naanị Chukwu Okike Abiama, naanị ya mara mkpa anyị Chukwu Okike Abiama, naanị gị mara mkpa anyị, biko zaa anyị ekpere. Ude anyị na-asụ, biko nna, biko zaa anyị ekpere. Thank you, Silvana, grazie. Thank you, Silvana Manfrin, grazie. Obonna Kashmir, thank you so much. It's a full house this night. Abdurrahman Alero, thank you so much. Celestinion, thank you so much. Donascalo, I thank you. Now, there are so many updates, but the most important update is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is supposed to be taking the center stage every time. When I was giving us that revelation I had about Tinubu trying to build or start up a Yoruba caliphate. I told us that we need Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. We need Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more than any other thing. Now, everything that is happening to the zoo today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has always said it. He has always predicted it. And this thing that is going on now, I'm telling you, these are the answered prayers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are, you can see the way everything is falling into place one by one. You can see how the lines are falling for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It got to the point whereby Donald J. Trump had to receive a letter from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And everything is being organized, orchestrated to the ushering in of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, right there at the court, he told them, he said, if everything I have told you will come to pass, have all come to pass, and now what is left is Biafra, why are you still doubting? Why are you still doubting Biafra? That Biafra must come to pass. Every opposition against Biafra, I can guarantee you tonight, they will all crash, both within and without. As it were, they tried everything they could to raise more opposition from within. Because everything they have ever tried against Biafra from without has always crashed. Then what did they do? They now raise up both greedy men, both Fulani stooges. They raise them up from within. From within. They raised DOS. From DOS, they raised Ngozi Orabufulani. From Ngozi Orabufulani, they raised Isaiah Anyog. They are raising demonic criminals within our ranks, and they are all going to fall. They are all going to fall. And I'm telling you, because I know that there are many of you that are almost about being deceived. Honestly. And when you look at this, you ask yourself, all these people that are trying to take glory for what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa have already, have prepared the blueprint, and everything has been happening the way they have set it up. And some Mugu are falling for cheap criminals that are trying to take glory for what they don't even know anything about. So if all these things are happening now and you allow yourself to be deceived, I pity for you. Quickly. Oh yeah. If all this is happening and you allow yourself to be deceived, I pity for you. Your eyes are supposed to be open, focused and looking straight to the rising sun. The man who set the motion and as you focus on the rising sun, some individuals, some buffoons, rose up and they wrote a memo against our prime minister, got that memo and began to speak nonsense against prime minister. Till today, some bastard are still following the idiot. Criminal with 72 count charges. You're still following him. May God have mercy on you. May you not fight. Fight and fight. It gets to the time where you are supposed to win and enjoy the fruit of your labor. You will just throw in the towel and then you will fall into abyss. May it not be your portion. May it not be your portion. So all the things that are happening today is happening so that you will know that the Almighty Chukwukabiyama, who called our leaders and gave them the mandate, he will never allow them to labor in vain. They will never labor in vain. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, never labor in vain. That's why today, if they go up and down, he will see come and hold them. They cannot escape. Right now, Omotosho is trying to run. He's trying to run. Where will he run to? Let me tell you, if Tinubu refuses to take the advantage that he has to release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, I'm telling you, the disgrace for him will be too much. Look at already, Donald Trump is calling them a disgraced nation. So he doesn't know. Just imagine, by the time Donald Trump will now begin to ask him openly, just imagine Donald Trump now beginning to ask Tinubu openly, is it true that you kidnapped somebody kidnapped from Kenya is still in your detention? As if all this disgrace is not enough for you. Then they will now make it an open international something now. It will now be brought open. Because Mazin Nnamdi Kanu's case, it is becoming a federal case. Imagine when he's going to court, how many million they are spending. Everything that is being, spent and all the military, all this thing for one case that is supposed not to be a case at all. A case that does not supposed to exist. They are wasting resources on something that is bringing them more shame. Because every day they sit in that court judging about Mazin Nnamdi Kanu's case, it is bringing more shame and ridicule to them. Because that man standing there in their court was kidnapped from Kenya. And already he has been set free. The judges that were smart enough that know, the earlier we remove Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and free ourselves from this Fulani disgrace, the better for us. Why are you inheriting a disgrace that Fulani put upon you? Why are you allowing that disgrace upon you, Tinubu? Fulani bring a disgrace. You carry and put for your shoulder, and you are running with it. May God have mercy upon you. Because you see, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, you go up, you go down. He must be free. You must be free. You must leave him. There's no way. There's no way. You can't sentence him. You can't condemn him. He didn't do anything wrong. All he's doing is asking for a better life for his people. Asking for a better life for his people. Something that is in the UN Charter, in the AU Charter, even in your own law. In your own law. So where are you going to take it to? How long will you drag it? How long? How long will you drag it? Now, you are now sharing government with people that are trying to baptize jihad and give it a new name, and they want to sanctify jihad and make it a normal thing. You are not asking yourself, why is it that of all things, it is Boko Haram that the Sultan of Sokoto is sanctifying and doing damage control for? It is jihad that is trying to make people look like jihad doesn't mean anything. Why? Why is Sultan of Sokoto preaching the gospel of jihad and telling you that jihad doesn't mean anything? Simply because they are getting engaged into jihad. Jihad is what they are after. And they are targeting you. Tinubu, you don't know? The jihad is targeting you. The jihad is targeting you. So you don't know. Well, a lot to be said tonight, but there's one man that actually did a very beautiful analysis on this evening. There was 1 hour ago, on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's appeal, or sudden appeal that they never expected. Before I will go and so I will listen to it from Don Azar, let's go to Aloy Ejimako on his Twitter handle and read the post from his lawyer, and then we'll go and listen to what Don Azar had to say about this Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's case. Yes. Okay. Here we are on Aloy Ejimako on X. Let me go there. Please remember, we have it's an open mic. The link is there. The link is there. We have an open mic, so you can readily come in. If you're led or you have something to share, feel free. This is our platform. On this platform, we worship. Okay. Now, about 8 hours ago, Aloy Ejimako wrote, breaking news. Earlier today, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu personally filed. Hope this thing is showing there. Okay, it is showing. Good. Earlier today, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu personally filed an application at the Court of Appeal, praying for halt or stop further proceedings in his trial before Justice James Omotosho. This may impact the 20th November date fixed for delivery of judgments in the trial. So Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, through Aloy Ejimako, personally filed this. So you can see this. Those are the court papers, the affidavit, everything. You can already see them here. You can already see it there. Those are the papers. Dates 10th November, you can see, and it was filed today. Look at it. In the Court of Appeal of Nigeria, holding at Abuja. So that is it. So if you want to get it clearer, I think you should go and read it there, but we are going to actually play a video of analysis, top-notch analysis from Don Azar. All right. And Aloy Ejimako furthermore said, the Biafran flames you fear burns brighter for your extinguishing efforts. The Biafran flame you fear burns brighter for your extinguishing efforts. Demands Mazi's unconditional release. Barrister Christopher Chidera for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu Global Defense Consortium. End of thread. Okay, no. Okay, this one is a thread. This one is a thread. Okay, let's start from the beginning of this thread. This is a thread that Aloy posted. Okay, I think, please, let's read this thread together. Rebuta, Rotimi Fasan, ignorant scribblings. Illegal farce masquerading as commentary by Barrister Christopher Chidera, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu Global Defense Consortium. Abuja, November 12, 2025. Rotimi Fason, that rented pen of ethnic bigotry and half-digested op-eds has once again soiled the pages of Vanguard with his venomous screed titled Nnamdi Kanu has a case to answer. In it, this self-anointed oracle of justice peddles a toxic brew of anti-Igbo sentiment, factual illiteracy, and legal hallucination, all while ignoring the seismic shift in Nigeria jurisprudence that renders his entire rant as obsolete as the colonial warrants he seems to idolize. Fason, a man who mistakes courtroom tantrum for legal analysis and equates a freedom fighter with Boko Haram's ghost, should be ashamed. But shame requires a spine, which his tribal vendetta has long atrophied. Today, as counsel to the indomitable Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I dismantle this junk with the surgical precision of a scalpel, one incision at a time, exposing the rot of ignorance beneath his rented rhetoric. Read Nigerian law, façon a better yet, read Nigerian law, façon, or better yet, retire to the library you clearly avoid. Number one, the ghost of a repealed law, façon charges haunt a dead statute. Façon's magnum opus clings desperately to the Terrorism Prevention Amendment Act 2013, under which Mazi Kanu is assuredly charged, as if dredging up a cadaver could resurrect a trial. He runs about sponsoring attacks and hate utterances, as if this zombie legislation still walks the earth. Newsflash, first of all, that act was repealed in total by the Terrorism Prevention Prohibition Act 2022, assented to by President Muhammadu Buhari on May 12, 2022. Section 91 1 of the 2022 Act explicitly abolishes the 2013 version, rendering every count against Mazi Kanu from incitement to secessionism a legal nullity. No savings clause resurrects these charges. They evaporated like your credibility the moment the new law came into force. Mazi Kanu himself filed a motion on October 30, 2025, challenging the prosecution's reliance on this repealed relic, arguing it strips the court of jurisdiction under Section 36 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which mandates fair hearing on subsisting laws. Yet, Fason, in his blissful ignorance, pretends the 2013 Act is established law. This isn't analysis. Fason is malpractice. A public commentator who can't distinguish a live statute from a legislative corpse has no business commenting on trials. Stick to fiction, where your fabrications might pass as a plot twist. Number two, jurisdiction. A court without legs cannot stride. The rendition abyss. The jurisdiction canard. Fason's feeble dismissal of Mazi Kanu's ironclad challenge as stalling tactics and juvenile behavior. He snares at the illegal rendition argument, claiming does not dissolve crimes and invokes extraordinary rendition as a favored counter-terrorism weapon post 9/11, complete with waterboarding apologetics. What a grotesque spectacle. Fason, the armchair torturer, greenlighting abductions while lecturing on international law he manifestly hasn't cracked. Let's school you, Fason, in what law is, not your fever dream repolitik, but black letter rules that bind even the mighty. Mazi Kanu was abducted from Kenya on June 27, 2021, not rendered with due process, but snatched like a common chattel in flagrant violation of the Extradition Act Cap E25 LFN 2024, the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, ratified by Nigeria, and Article 12 of the International Convention on Civil and Political Rights. No Kenyan warrant, no bilateral treaty invocation, no mutual legal assistance, just DSS goons playing cowboy in Nairobi. The Kenya High Court, in a landmark ruling on June 24, 2025, declared this abduction illegal, ordering reparations and affirming that Mazi Kanu's forcible return breached Kenyan sovereignty and extradition protocols. Now, let's continue the thread. Enter the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022. The extant law Fason conveniently ignores Section 76. That very provision you public commentators should spend some time reading vast jurisdiction in the Federal High Court for offenses outside Nigeria by a Nigerian if the person's conduct would also constitute an offense under a law of the country where the offense was committed. Translation. For Mazi Kanu, a Nigerian national allegedly acting abroad, Nigeria's courts can only entertain the matter if his conduct, i.e., the alleged offenses, aligns with Kenyan criminal law and was validated through proper extradition channel under Section 89 of the 2022 Act, which mandates treaty-based surrender for terrorism trial. No such validation exists. Kenya protested the abduction, not facilitated. Not facilitated it, as your fantasy suggests. With excuse me, let me go back. No such validation exists. Kenya protested the abduction, not facilitated. Not facilitated it, as your fantasy suggests. Okay, Kenya protested the abduction, not facilitated it, as your fantasy suggests. Without it, Justice Binta Nyako and now the helpless Justice Omotosho, so Omotosho is so helpless, sits on a throne of sands, no jurisdiction, no trial. First all, whimpers that Kenya has not complained, and the UK Mazi Kanu citizenship holder stays silent. Lie upon lie. Kenya 2025 judgment is a roaring indictment, and the UK downgraded ties post-adoption, echoing the 1984 DICO scandal. You have remember, even Nigeria Appeal Court in FRN versus Kanu 2022 quashed initial charges and discharged Kanu on rendition grounds, only for the trial to limp on under the dead 2013 Act, courtesy of Supreme Court error and failure to judicially notice the repealed law as mandated by Section 122 of the Evidence Act 2011. Omotosho may pretend all he likes, but a court without jurisdiction is a circus without a ringmaster. Yes, entertaining but utterly void. Madukolum versus Nkemdelim 1962. SCNJ 341. AG Lagos State versus Dosumu 1989. 3NWLR Part 119552. Basic Con Law. Fason, try Google next time. Allah is just giving him instances of so many, cases, that, actually proves that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer by quoting some of these cases that involves some of the people he mentioned here, Madu Kolom Nkendelem and Lagos State versus Dosumu and all of that. And he's asking this shameless Fason to go and try Google before coming to Yam or Pata. Number 3, sentiments over substance. Fason's tribal venom exposed your piece drips with the ugliest strain of Nigerian bigotry, equating Mazi Kanu, a Biafran self-determination icon, with Shekau and Turuji, while lionizing Igboho as a self-determination activist. Why the double standard? Because Kanu dares invoke Igbo marginalization, a sense of political lack you mock but can't refute. You crow about inter-ethnic conflict from Radio Biafra, ignoring how those broadcasts amplified enters against police brutality, a cause even your paymasters quietly cheered, and victims of his armed campaign. The Southeast insecurity manifested in 2022, whilst Kanu in detention and scenes from state actors, not one man's voice. Your Hamatan fire metaphor, a lazy arsonist, excuse to blame the whistleblower, not the pyromaniacs in Aso Rock. First of all, this isn't commentary, it's a hit job. You shame Mazi Kanu's tantrums while glorifying DSS detention as well-fed justice. He added weight. He added weight. He added weight. Oh, this is a question. Let me go again. First of all, this isn't commentary. It's a hit job. You shame Mazi Kanu's tantrums while glorifying DSS detention as well-fed justice. He added weight. Bravo. Next, you will cite his haircut as evidence of guilt. No torture. No torture. Tell that to the UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, which in 2022 deemed his detention arbitrary. Your call for justice for millions is code for vengeance against an Igbo son who exposes the Federation's fractures, tribal anti-Igbo sentiments. Indeed, not law. Verdict. Jump to the dustbin. Truth endures. Rotimi Fason, your article is not just wrong. It's a public embarrassment. A half-baked screed from a man who confuses prejudice with prose. Mazi Kanu faces no case to answer. Only a politically orchestrated persecution under laws that no longer bind and courts that dares not look. On November 20, when Omotosho judgment drops, unless deferred, as Mazi's latest motion demands, the world will see this trial for the sham it is. Rendition without remedy, charges without currency, jurisdiction without foundation. To Fason and his ilk, read the law. You ignorantly malign till you understand them. Engage a good lawyer before you embarrass yourself further. And to the Nigerian Bar Association, silence is complicity. Mazi Kanu is innocent. His freedom is justice. The Biafran flame you fear burns brighter for your extinguishing efforts. Demand burns brighter for your extinguishing efforts. Demand Mazi's unconditional release. Hashtag free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Barrister Christopher Chidera for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's Global Defense Consortium. End of thread. Wow. Okay, this was from Barrister Christopher Chidera. This man, Oyibo Ribielweba, my goodness me. Very, even to read it articulately was not easy, but I believe I tried. Okay, somebody's asking me a question here. Somebody's asking, Vam Vam Vam, I heard you are against Mrs. Orabufulani and Mr. Simon Ekpa. If this is truth, disease from it because we are one big family. No need to fight each other. Instead, we will join hands together. Fight Ndi Ugu na Ndi Ofe Manu. I come in peace. Chinedu, who told you that I'm against Simon Ekpa? Are you just coming to this platform for the first time? All right, for the benefit of doubt, I am not against Simon Ekpa. I am the acting Minister of Information under the Biafra Republic government in exile that Mazi Simon Ekpa heads, and which Ngozi Orabufulani is fighting against. Now, now you have brought me to the topic of Ngozi Orabufulani. Now, I saw a post from Ngozi Orabufulani that Biafrans should come and apply for their ID card. Please, to whom it may concern, let me make myself very bold here and let me remove this, the write-up here. To whom it may concern, please, the ID card office of Briggy that Mazi Simon Ekpa heads is not issuing any ID card. I just want to put it out there so that you will understand. The ID card office, the database office that Mazi Simon Ekpa heads. In fact, the man in charge of the database for the ID card, Mazi Praise Egu, recently spoke with PM because Ngozi Orabufulani was fighting tooth and nail to get or take over that particular data. And Mazi Praise have taken instruction from PM to make sure Ngozi doesn't come close to that data. So if you are giving Ngozi Orabufulani your data, just know it that you are giving Fulani your data. You are giving Fulani government of Nigeria your data. So there is no ID card application anywhere in Brigi. So if you are doing that, you are doing that at your own peril. So you are going to be giving your identity, your details to Nigeria, Fulani government. You can insult me all you want. I just want to put it out there because I act in the office of the Minister of Information. Ngozi Orabufulani is not working with Simon Ekpa. Ngozi Orabufulani is the enemy of Biafra. Ngozi Orabufulani is working against Biafra and against our Prime Minister. There is no ID card being issued to any Biafra currently, right now. The last batch of the ID cards were given during the Finland Convention. And since after the Finland Convention, no other ID card is being issued, or new ID card applicants are not applying. So if you are applying for ID card through Ngozi Orabufulani, you are not only going to give her your money and empower her, you are also going to be releasing your details to Nigeria. So to be forewarned is to be forearmed. So for this brother that is asking this question, I am working with Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is my prime minister. Yes. The people that are not working with Simon Ekpa are Ogenkere, Isaiah Nyogo, who recently openly insulted the prime minister through the dog-eating Sonny Akparawa, shameless idiot that insulted the prime minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile. So these are the people not working with the prime minister. People that have been sacked and sent out of Brigi. They don't belong with Brigi anymore. So if you are with them, you are on your own. Ngozi Orabufulani is the one that is actually looking for your data to collect your data and collect your money and put you in trouble. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. So my brother, Chinedu, I am intact with the prime minister. Understand? So you can insult whatever you want. You can run away. Some of you, I can see some people running. Whenever Ngozi Orabufulani is mentioned, you run. When you finish running, you will come back to the Eggmaster. I am the Eggmaster. You will come back. I am the information minister. You will come back. You see, Akwa on a road. So just beware. Don't go and give Orabufulani your money in the name of that you are looking for ID card. Just hold on. Don't give anybody your money for ID card, because the PM is going through his appeal. Once the appeal is done and everything, the office of the ID card will be open. Okay? Exactly. Jonas Carlo, thank you for writing that. ID card of Ngozi Orabufulani USB charging cable center nation is your ID card to buy. For your information, no. For your information, no. So beware. You give Ngozi your details. You will not only pay her money because she's looking for her to collect money. She's collecting money from Biafrans to make. Oh God, that woman, that woman. Yeah, thank you, mommy, for writing this. Biafrans should wise up, or they fall into a terrible ditch. Don't go and give your details to Ngozi. If you already did, I am sorry. You are already in trouble. I'm sorry. It's either you go and change your address or change your details or change. Ngozi Orabufulani, have you not seen her bringing the private messages of PM, the private meetings that PM had with his cabinet? Ngozi have posted them online. Did you not see her recently? She claims she's doing vote in Anambra. She was exposing Biafrans that are ignorant, showing their faces. In a sham, she called election in Anambra. I don't know the meaning of that. Election in Anambra. How? The people you are voting in Anambra, you claim you are. Where is their office? How would they? Maybe she opened an office, Biafra Embassy, in Washington, D.C. Ngozi, how far? You people should be wise. You people should be wise. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. All right. We have read that. Let's go to Don Azza and let's hear what let's hear what the analysis says about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. Yeah, please don't using your video like we enjoy your video like no man business. You are doing a very good job with analysis, the best of it. The best of it, honestly. We appreciate you, Don Azza. Please allow us to use your video. Credit goes to you always whenever we use these videos. Credit goes to you always, my brother. Thank you for allowing us. Thank you. All right, so let's go. Don Azza is the owner of this video, Donaza, for his content and what he's offering on social media. Follow him on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram, everywhere. They will. All right, let me bring it up here. Okay. Hey, oh, now I paused the volume. What am I doing? What's in there happen? Okay.
Oh boy, we not see this one coming. Oh. Now they cannot go report federal high court judge to the appeal court. He say me they stop the man. Remember say na 20th of this month, Night Justice James Omotosho talk say he go pronounce judgment on Nnamdi Kanu's case. Kanu don file motion to stop judgment in terrorism, the cable, Sahara, everywhere. This news dey there.
Hold on. Somebody, Superstar Media. Superstar Media say, Biafrans, listen to our good brother, Pastor Vam Vam Vam. Wow, this is interesting. Superstar, can you use the link and come in? My link is there. You know, the eyes of Biafrans are opening gradually, and I'll be happy if a superstar have joined us and his eyes are opened. You know, the people that have been promoting Ngozi are no longer promoting her. Believe me. How many of you remember that our brother Marvelous Arinze, and we no longer see where he is now? You know, I don't know where he is, but I am very sure he's no longer following Ngozi. So, Superstar, I am happy to hear and to read this comment from you. Somebody say, Vam Vam Vam, what is Donascalo say, Vam Vam Vam, what is Superstar Media doing here? He's representing Sultan Of Sokoto or has his eyes cleared? I believe his eyes has cleared though, because this comment shows that his eyes has cleared. That's what it means. And I really want to thank God for him. Let me give Mbreba salute to Chukwu Okike Abiama for bringing him back to his senses. That is for Superstar. Thank you for this, your comments. He said, Biafrans, listen to our good brother, Pastor Vam Vam Vam. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Please, we need more confidence from you. And then there are people that are trapped by Ngozi that really needs to hear from you. And I would appreciate if you can even give us a call or come in or share with us. Let us know. Let Biafrans know how detestable, how ungodly, how unbelievable, how evil that woman called Ngozi Orabufulani is. Very, very evil woman. Yeah, very, very evil woman. You need to know that. So, and I believe a Superstar already knows that. That's why he's making these comments and encouraging Biafrans to listen to Vam Vam Vam. And I want to appreciate that. So, Superstar, you can call into our program any day, anytime. We always embrace any Biafran that their eyes are open. We always embrace them and we always welcome them, because our Prime Minister have already told us that we should stop the media saga. That we should stop it. That's why you don't see me when they are calling my name. I know they are calling my name in different platforms. Different platforms to call my name. They think I'll come and be answering them. Hey, baby, when you call my name on your platform, you think I'll come and answer you. You know what you hear? Hey, baby, I'll become dumb to everything you say. I don't answer you. No. Especially when you call my name. And the funny thing is, I don't even know that you are calling my name because I don't watch you. I've not finished watching Marcelo Kocha or Don Azza or following our lawyer Jimako or our lawyer Maxwell and seeing what is happening. I will go and be listening to you when you are gossiping. God forbid. Not me and you. I can't listen to gossip. So that's why our brother, if you want to call in the program, let me put my number. My number is flowing down there. +39 35 100 33521. At any point in this program, you can call our brother superstar. You can call anytime, greet us, and let us fellowship together as Biafrans. Ndewo, my brother, thank you very much. God bless you. All right, we'll continue. Let's continue to listen to Don Azza. All right.
Oh boy, we not see this one coming. No. Now they cannot go report Federal High Court judge to the appeal court. He say me they stop the man. Remember, say now 20th of this month, Night Justice James Omotosho talk say he go pronounce judgment on the Kanu's case. Kanu don't file motion to stop judgment in terrorism. The cable, Sahara, everywhere. This news they there. What to go use for this analysis is coming from Sahara reporters. I don't break it down. What Kanu want? Why he report the judge? Say me they stop him o. Ekpa me o. If they no stop him, hey, everywhere go right o. We go see what he talking. What happened? The 10 leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazinadi Kanu, filed a motion on notice. We are going to see the meaning of this. Motion on notice. On Wednesday today, November 12th, 2025, before the Court of Appeal in Abuja. What is the meaning of motion on notice? Motion on notice. A formality request. You use your hand right hand as part of the case. You write hand, okay? Made to the court. You go write hand, go give court. Which must also be shown to the other party. The person where you sue you or the person where you sue. Before the hearing, before the final hearing, when they walk here. For instance, on the 20th of this month, now you write this motion on notice. It tells them what the applicant, that is Kanu, wants. What is asking the court to do, okay? Is asking the court to issue a stay of further proceedings. We are going to check the meaning of this. A stay of further proceedings. In his trial before Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court Abuja. Okay, what is the meaning of this? Stay of proceedings means a temporary stop or pause in the trial of another court. In this case, the appeal court. Another court. Remember, Federal High Court, then appeal court, now they higher. Write it to appeal court to stop this one. Or they judge the matter where what tell them about what this one they do. Okay? A temporary stop or pause in the trial of another court, in this case, the appeal court, decides an important issue raised by the applicant. Here, Kanu, related to the case or to a case. What is he asking the appeal court to do? What did Kanu they ask the appeal court may they do for him? Kanu filed the application by himself, but no be go give them. He filed it through his lawyer, Barrister Alo Ejimako. He wants the Court of Appeal to stop Justice Omotosho from delivering judgment on his criminal case that was scheduled for November 20th, 2025. As they stand so, okay? He's praying the court. He's begging the court, meaning he's formally asking the court to stop the lower court from proceeding until his appeal, waiting in right to the appeal court, is heard and decided. Okay? The exact request, waiting the ask. No, check the exact request. In his application, Kanu asks for an order saying the proceedings of the trial court in case number this, Federal Republic of Nigeria versus Nnamdi Kanu, currently pending before Justice James Omotosho, pending the hearing and determination of the appeal pending against his decision. What is the meaning of this order? We need to check some sentences here like this. Order, pending, to know their meanings. Order here means a legal direction or command given by a judge. The judge should order them. Pending means waiting for a decision, may they decide. So Kanu is saying pause this case. You have the power, appeal court. You have the power to stop James or Motosho or the lower court, Federal High Court. Pause it, pronounce it, say me the stop until the higher court decide on my appeal. I get something where the appeal for waiting he won't pronounce judgment on. You get the point now? He mentioned three key complaints. One, the court decision or the no case submission. No case submission. We are going to check it now. No case submission. No case submission means a claim by the accused that the prosecution has not provided enough evidence to justify continuing the trial. Kanu is saying the federal government of Nigeria, there is prosecutor, has not provided enough evidence to justify continuing the trial. Continuing the trial till 20th, when they won't pronounce judgment. They have not actually provided enough evidence to continue this trial. That's what Kanu is saying. Two, the court's refusal to determine its jurisdiction. What is that? Jurisdiction means the legal power of the court to hear and decide a case. Kanu not tell the court, say, see, as far as you are concerned, you don't have the jurisdiction to try me, but they never really decide on this jurisdiction. Kanu is now appeal to the upper court that the court's refusal, they refuse to determine if they have the jurisdiction to try him. You get the point now? Thirdly, and the validity of the counts. We're going to check the meaning of that. The specific charges, under which is being tried, and the court's foreclosure, we're going to check this, of his right to defend himself by feeding witnesses. What is that? Counts here means the individual charges. Charge 1, charge 2, charge 3. What do you do? Your offense. Okay? Listed in the indictment or charge sheet. Okay? The validity of the counts, the validity of the charges, the offenses, how valid are they? Okay? Under which is being tried. Because now the charges that they use to try person are being under which is being tried. Of his right to defend himself by feeding witnesses. Foreclosure here means, remember, we saw it. And the court's foreclosure, aside this, the court foreclosure of his right to defend himself, they stop his right to defend himself. That's what he's saying. Foreclosure here means the court close or block his right to have, in this case, to defend himself. They block me from defending myself. Feeding witnesses means calling people to testify in your defense. Now that you understand this, let's go back. I believe you understand it now. Listen very well. And the validity of the counts of the charges, are they valid? The specific charges under which is being tried, and the court foreclosure of his right to defend himself by feeding witnesses. Okay? They stop him from feeding witnesses. Remember the last time we checked this? They give a chance. 1, 2, 3. How many days? He say they must tell her whether they get the jurisdiction and under which law are they trying. Say the law where they take right the charges don't die. The judge no gree talk put those ones. He say he go still pronounce judgment on the 20th. Kanu is now writing to the appeal court. Now see, they stop me from defending myself. Because Kanu is saying, until you tell me these two, jurisdiction, the law that backs the charges, I'm not going to do anything. And the court no agree talk those ones. They say they won't pronounce judgment. Kanu is now conclude that I don't close my right to defend myself. You see, and so according to the report. 4 is make complaint. The make complaints. Kanu said that even though he raised important jurisdictional questions, the court refused to give a ruling on those points. He said he raised important questions on the court's jurisdiction, but they no agree talk for that one. Okay? Meaning, he questioned whether the trial court, the court, had the legal right to handle his case. They no talk put seed mouth. He also said the trial judge refused to evaluate the evidence given by the government witnesses. The government, they brought witnesses that the trial judge Here, Justice James Omotosho, according to Kanu, refused to evaluate the evidence. The evidence when they bring up, he not evaluate them, so to evaluate them. Okay? Evaluate the evidence given by the government witnesses in comparison to the cross-examination questions. Meaning the judge should have checked whether the prosecution's evidence was weakened or discredited during cross-examination. When did they cross-examine the witnesses? Now the judge for decide on the evidence of the prosecution or the prosecution.
Now, you know, the truth remains that the judge knows very well that there is no case. All those witnesses that were brought, they asked them questions. All they were saying, no, I don't know, my lord, I don't know, all of them. And at the end of the day, the judge didn't even look into those things to find out. You know why? Because all these things are all a charade. Charade is all boo-boo yaya. The people that are making Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be going through this ordeal. Hey, Ebeligwe, Draka patata. Ebeligwe, do you know that there is an expose? Hold on, our lecturer, you are too good. You are too good lecturer. Let us ask our lecturer to hold on. Let me show you what came up again. You know what came up again today. This one is long. I'll just pick up this brief one from Somto's this thing. Let me pick up this brief one. The head of NANS, Students Association of Nigeria, I think his first name is Atiku. Yeah. But the write-up here is what actually caught my attention. Look at that. It says, some of the Southeast governors, senators, and politicians are the ones advising Tifnubu not to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And these people include Abaribe. They include who? Abaribe. Because yesterday, Abaribe came up where they were having a lecture. He spoke about the Christian genocide and all that. But one funny thing is that they don't know that all these things that are happening, they are all the instruments or the answered prayers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because suddenly, Donald Trump did not just wake up. There is an answered prayer. Somebody grow. Somebody pray. Somebody who has been mistreated, somebody who has been dealt with unjustly, somebody who has been suffering for 5 years in a dungeon, most of every night alone, groaning. Nani chukwu okike abịa ma nani ya mara mkpa mo. Ọ na-asụ ude, ọ na-ekpe. Ndị zu enwekọ ihe mere ha ihe niile na-ekwu bụ eziokwu. Ha kpọchie m ebe a na-ata afụfụ, nne m na nna m anwụọ, ndị Biafra anwụọ, iko nsọ anwụọ. Fada ha la na nkịtị aka nshi ha ga-aba ha ọnụ. Ndị niile ha na ha soro na-agbakọsi egwu niile ha ga-ata afụfụ. He continued to grow, he continued to pray. All of a sudden, Donald Trump, everything that people have been complaining, do you know how many years that Christians have been suffering in Nigeria? You know how many years? Do you know how many years that Fulani have been persecuting, murdering Christians in Nigeria? Do you know how many years? Fulani have covered everywhere. Do you know that one of the leaders, Secretary General of UN, is a Fulani woman, Fatima? When Nigeria went and were able to convince America, bought over the seats of American government and everything, paid them so much money, Anthony Blinken came to Nigeria and said that there is nothing like a genocide, it is a climate change. And then suddenly, Donald Trump that they wanted, they have done everything to make sure that Donald Trump doesn't come. Do you remember when they were asking Obama? They were asking Obama. Obama said over his dead body for Donald Trump to ever become president. They were even making mockery. Some of the comedians, they say, hey, lie, it will never happen. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. To the extent, BBC manipulated news, cut and join. To them, as far as they were concerned, they have already made Donald Trump. There is no way Donald Trump can ever come back and become president in America. It was not supposed to be possible because they have done everything to stop him. But Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was growing and praying. Hey, praying. The only man, he traveled to America and campaigned, went to his campaign. The only man he knew that this is the only man that can speak the truth. He made a program, a full program of how many hours? Why I support Donald Trump. How many of you watched that program? He did a program for Donald Trump. And while he was, in this detention and this kidnapping, everything, his own true disciple became the only first person to acknowledge Donald Trump campaign. But while Donald Trump was doing all those things, the Democratic Party, they were doing everything. They bought judges, they paid criminals. Everybody was against Trump. There is no way. Women were coming from left, right, and center. Some of them will say, Trump raped me. Then one says, Trump did this, Trump do that. What's this about Ensign file? There's one file they were bringing out to nail Trump. They did all those things. When the election came, the election that they were, you do know what America did? America compromised their law. They compromised all their borders. They opened their borders. Illegal immigrants were coming in from everywhere to come and vote for the Democratic Party. They allow Muslims everywhere to come in, to come and vote for Democratic Party to make sure that Donald Trump, no way. They did all those things, yet Donald Trump win them. In fact, it became the highest vote in American history. People that have never voted before in their lives, they came to vote. Donald Trump, let me tell you, you win election, but somebody prayed you in. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he was alone in the dungeon, calling upon heaven, groaning and crying. This Biafra is going to be a miracle. And the only person that will make that miracle to happen is Donald J. Trump. The Democratic Party have already done their worst. But hey, Chantara Baba Baba, we still do the one that will make him the almighty Chukwokike. He did it. He did it. Fulani that thought that they have already won, they have already done anything. Look at them now. They are running heta-sketa. Ask yourself, where is Malami? Where is Lai Mohammed? Where are all these people that were celebrating Mazen Nnamdi Kanu kidnap? Where are they? Ele Behano, where are they? Where are they? So all these shameless senators and all these people, I saw Abaribe. Instead of Abaribe, everything that's happening now is in the advantage of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. For you to know how wicked they are, none of them are taking that advantage to bring Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out. Rather, they think that it is going to be in their own interests. But at the end of the day, it is a win-win for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Donald Trump have gotten the letter from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The zoo will have no choice. At the end of the day, the zoo, you see all these Abarib and these governors that are mounting pressure on Nigeria. Don't read this Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Very soon it will come to a point now. Tinubu will call all of them and say, oh, yeah, all of you, come. You see this man? If I don't release him, I am finished. You all are finished. Nigeria is finished. The only hope for Nigeria to even have a small line of survivor, a little bit, to still drag a little bit, is for us to release this man, because the shame is too much. I know you people don't want him. You people should go and look for how you will settle with him. He's your brother. They will say, no. If he come now, he will take over everyone. Nobody want to listen to us. They will all listen to him. Tinubu will tell them, I don't have any choice. I have no choice. My hands are tied. You see right now, all of them that their hands are tied, at the end of the day, it is Tinubu's hand that will be tied. Not only his hand, both his hand and his legs will be tied. You want to joke with the finger of God? The finger of God is involved in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. All you shameless, pathetic governors, senators, and all you bastards in Biafra land, Chineke ga-akpọ ọkụ. Aka nshi unu ga-abụ n'ọnụ. Look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a rare gem, the best gift any country can ever have, the best of the best, the finest brain. You want to sell him to the enemies on a platter, but the God that owns Biafra, that owns our land, have risen up on his behalf. And all of you, it will get to a point when all of you will have a visitation in your nights, in the dreams of your night, and where the Almighty will tell you, it is either you bow to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's instruction and follow his lead, because he is the last chance for Biafra. If you don't bow for him, you will bow out of this life. And the choice will now be yours to make. Look at the post on Somto's page. Some of the Southeast governors, senators, and politicians are the ones advising Tinubu not to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If not for them, he would have been released a long time ago. National Association of Nigerian Students President Atiku Issa says. Let us hear him as he said it. This is a very long interview. It's over 40-something minutes. I don't know when we'll have time to play it, if we'll ever have time to play it.
Governors.
Now listen to him saying it live on this interview on Symphony Channel. Listen.
The president is always standing by his friends. His friends in the southeast know that once Mazi is released, they will not be able to rig, maim, and retain their offices. So they are the one running up and down to plead with Mr. President to continue with this case. Mr. President is a comrade. He has been in struggle for a long time. So there's no way he will allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to continue to be in detention. He would have since ended this shenanigan called trial, which has lasted for 4 years and nothing has come out of it. But because of these governors and some leaders, when we wanted to do the protest, I reached out to some senators from the southeast, some leaders from the southeast. Their responses made it clear to me that they were the ones behind the persecution for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because these people cannot win election. So on this, I want Mr. President to know, I, as the national president of NANS, I have taken steps, and I really want to be involved in this completely.
Did you hear that? Maybe we need to listen to this interview completely so that it will make more sense. You will hear and know the context of what he just said. But before we come back there, let us go back to Don Azza. Maybe after Don Azza, we'll go and listen to this interview. It must be loaded. I have not listened to the full interview myself, so maybe I might need to listen to it also. So that this particular one caught my attention. I needed to talk on it. But I want to tell them, all those shameless politicians and all those bastards in Biafra land, the God of Biafra will soon be visiting you people one after the other. And by the time it comes knocking, I bet you, none of you will be able to escape his wrath. None of you will be able. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is more than a hurricane. And the one beautiful thing about him is that you people are not his problem. He's not even after you people. And he's not a man that has vengeance. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a man that will say, because you did this to me, I have suffered for 5 years. Biafra come, I will deal with you, I will punish you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not like that. And honestly, it's just like our prime minister. No. You know, for him, as far as Biafra comes, you will not be his problem, because his target is restore the kingdom of heaven and begin to build Biafra, the modern nation on earth. It's not you, because he doesn't need you. Because in his cabinet, you will not be there. You will just be living your life maybe whatever. However, if there will be any case on you, it will be the Biafran court that will judge it. And it will not be like the zoo court. There will be transparency everywhere in Biafra court. There will be nothing like backyard talk or bribery, whatever. So if there's any crime you committed, it will be tried in the court of law. And that will be a very proper way. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will show them the way government is run in Biafra land. Okay? So let's follow up on Don Azar.
Examination questions, meaning the judge should have checked whether the prosecution's evidence was weakened or discredited during cross-examination. When did they cross-examine the witnesses? Now the judge for decide on the evidence of the prosecution or the prosecutor. Okay? Now during that time, say the no one. Okay? 5, on his defense. Kanu explained that he had already submitted a list of witnesses he planned to call to defend him. He know they run away from this thing. But now those things were erased. Now he stop him. You get the point now. He told the court he was ready to start his defense. So he told the court he was ready to start his defense. After the judge first decide, make you first decide whether your court had the jurisdiction and whether the charges were valid. These two things. Saying, I already prepared my witnesses. We are work call. I'm ready. But there were two things that stopped me. Those two things were not addressed. It's like he placed a demand before he will continue. But the judge refused to answer them. Saying, since no one continue, I will pronounce judgment on the 20th of this month. See, so he can't go report them now. They do like that. However, the trial court, according to him, refused and said those issues were raised, would only be addressed at the time of judgment. See, so Kanu said, answer these two questions. Once you answer them, then I will bring my witnesses and defend myself. The court said no. Those things you raise, we will talk about them during judgment. When I will pronounce judgment, and that same day, that same time, now I will decide them. Can you say no? Before that day, decide them first. May they clear the way for me to start my defense. You get the point now. I want me to understand. Don't say me, I like teaching. It's complaint about fairness. Kanu said the trial court, by refusing to rule on his objections, Kanu's objections, those two were raised, has foreclosed or blocked his right to defend himself against the news allegations, very serious criminal accusations brought by the federal government against him. By refusing to rule on those two key points where he raised, they are blocking my way of what? Of defending myself against these dangerous, magnificent, serious criminal accusations against me. The case was then adjourned, meaning postponed to November 2025 for judgment. They say now this day, they go pronounce everything. Hope you are getting it. It's fear. What is his fear? From the report, Kanu warned that if the appeal court does not stop the trial court, he might be unlawfully convicted. Unlawfully convicted, meaning found guilty without a fair process. That is why I report the lower court to you. Because he was not allowed to confirm whether the charges were valid. The court authority, that's the second one, that is one. Second one, the court authority, jurisdiction, was not confirmed and it was not given a proper chance to defend itself because these were not cleared. They did not give me opportunity to defend myself. 8, legal reason. He also argued that continuing the case will suppress his right to appeal. Assume say on that day, they convict me without this be addressed indirectly, he go suppress his right to even appeal. Because even after the federal high court don't place judgment, say you are guilty, for instance, we don't know which they go talk, he can still appeal. He said, if you allow it to continue, man, now the suppression of my appeal be that to my right to appeal. Now they talk so, okay? Meaning it will spoil or frustrate his ability to challenge the trial court's actions, okay, in a higher court later, okay? He used the term fait accompli. This is a Latin legal phrase, meaning something already done and cannot be undone. Something already done. If you allow them to continue, once they pronounce that judgment, it will be difficult to be undone. Cannot undo it. In short, if the trial goes on, a judgment is given, his appeal will become useless because the damage will already be done. Read it now. Read it. Now,
you see, now On Motoshaw, his eyes will be open. We say, is this what I'm dealing with? This guy na spirito. So the guy is behaving as if God is just living inside him. You know, it is only God that knows the end from the beginning. It's only God. It's only God that knows. He already knows the end before the thing starts. So how is it that this man is already predicting what will happen at the end of this case if he doesn't take action before the case? Nnamdi Kanu, ọmalịcha nwa Chineke nyere ụmụ Biafra ka o dozie obodo anyị ka mụ na gị dịrị iwe. Nnamdi Kanu, ọmalịcha nwa Chineke nyere ụmụ Biafra ka o dozie obodo anyị ka mụ na gị dịrị iwe. He was able to analyze their case as they did. You know, you keep telling them, you don't know law. You don't know law. Did you know the meaning of that? Accompli. I don't know, fight, accompli. If I follow you and they drag this matter, you end up this case. I will not have the ability to turn you back again and say, no, that means I've surrendered to you. He already know their game plan. Then he played the chess for them. Don't be surprised if a motor show will say, man, this case passed me, Tifnubu, and all these people. All the things one I say make I do. Oh boy, this man, he know this law more than me. Oh. He don't already know what you now want make I do for this case. Now, he don't hold me for brokoto. Brokoto. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu hold them for brokoto. He don't hold me for brokoto. He don't leave me, he hold me the presser. Sukrutum. He hold them for their sukrutum. So that's it. It is the wisdom of God. It is the grace of God. It is the gift of God. It is the acting of God. It is the finger of God. It is God working in the midst of men to show them that he is the creator, the almighty Chukwuokike Abiama. Don't try the God of Biafra. Otherwise, you'll be trying with fire that will consume you. Please, I love that part. That accompli. Fight accompli. I want Don Azza to repeat that place again. Fight accompli.
A higher court later. Okay? He used the term fait accompli. This is a Latin legal phrase meaning something already done and cannot be undone. Something already done. If you allow them to continue, once they pronounce that judgment, it will be difficult to be undone. Cannot undo it. In short, if the trial goes on, a judgment is given, his appeal will become useless because the damage will already be done.
Oh.
Read it now. Hey, go and read it. Now, the final argument. Kanu said that stopping the trial now will not hurt anyone. He said, oh, appeal court to, if we not stop the trial now, looking at this point where I don't raise my concern, my complaint, it no go hurt anybody. Not the government and not the court. No go hurt the government, no go hurt the court. Why? It doesn't because the case don dey since 2015 and was only revived in 2025. Why hurry? I'm ready to stay in DSS. No go hurt me, no go hurt the federal government, no hurt the court. I beg, stop am. Finally, he concluded that granting his request will be in the interest of justice. If you grant my request, that is on the interest of justice. Say, you do the matter well. Meaning it will help ensure fairness and prevent harm to his legal rights. And the matter when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu carry go tell appeal court via his lawyer, Allah, say, abeg o, the one compete me or fail you, come to my head o, gbege dey o. What do you think? You could drop off a comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.
Thank you.
All'età di 67 anni.
Basta, va. Thank you. That was a good one. A fantastic one indeed, for that matter. That was a good one. Let's see. We have We have another one from our brother.
Three key complaints.
Hold on.
One, the course decision or the no.
Hold on. I think the one I want to bring to us. Okay. Us now is from. Okay. Let's go here. This particular one has
that is not let.
Has from our brother Okocha, and then it has the full. I think it has the full interview of the NANS president. Looks like somebody is in our studio. We have someone in our studio. Hold on, I'm going to bring you in now.
Supposing the case.
Okay. We're going to listen because all these ones is about, yeah, I'm feeling good. Yeah, you need to feel good, bro. Engineer Chuku. Engineer, you're welcome. Chuku Boeze, engineer. You're welcome to the studio.
Yeah, good evening.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Live and direct.
Yeah, good evening, Pastor Vam Vam Vam.
There we go.
There one Chineke.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is something I want to let Nigerians know, but more importantly, Biafrans,
Yeah.
those who have never understand that our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the first prophet living. The finger of God is upon Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.
No doubt. No doubt.
Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a saint given by God
Yes.
to Biafrans. But it's quite unfortunate that some of the elites, some of the morons, is against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu or the governors or the senators. Their hands on the finger of God that is going to cut them off.
Yes.
Remember what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that coming of Biafra is the last miracle on earth.
Yes, he said it.
Mazen Nnamdi Kanu know that he will go vigorous ways. He will pass through Golgotha's as pass through to save the mankind. That is what Prophet Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is. Nigeria is playing problem that will bring them to nonsense, to bring finish. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told them that if they didn't release Biafras to go, Nigeria will be worse than Somalia. And what is going on? Every of the prophecy of Prophet Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have given to Nigeria, all of them have come to pass. Yet, the devil hardened their heart, like the way devil occupied the heart of Pharaoh. But God we are serving rised and showed him that he's a canal. Nigeria had finished. If any of our Biafran people at this point in time, they are still doubting that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria will hold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu forever. It's a lie. Our prophet is coming out with his life and head intact. And he told them that he will defeat them. And that is exactly what is going on. The prayer Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have passed through, and he made a broadcast, as you said, concerning Trump that the Trump is the one that will bring Nigeria down during his campaign. And all those prophecies have come to pass. So I want to acknowledge every one of us being Biafrans, wherever you are. Wake up. This is the time of us to wake up, walk with one mind and one spirit, and pray for Mazen Kano, and pray for our Mazen Simon Ekpa, so that the Spirit of God will envelop them wherever they are and bring justice. You people should remember last time, second to the last court, Mazen Kano told Nigerian court when he was asking where is Nigerian news agencies. You people remember the last word. He said it. Our God is a God of justice, and our God will remain a God of justice. We Biafrans, we should be one accord. This is the time. Any of us that are still playing, any of us that are still doing jamboree, should stop it this time. This is the time. God have answered our prayers,
Yes.
and we will continue to be praying more and say that finger of God upon Mazen Kano. Every one of Biafrans is that finger of God is upon us. Thank you so much, my brother, for this opportunity. And I really appreciate your work. And God bless every one of us. And God bless Biafra. And God bless Mazen Kano. And God bless our Mazen Simon Ekpa.
Yes.
Ishe.
Dewo. Thank you very much. I appreciate that contribution. Thank you. Now, I want Biafrans to know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have never hidden his disdain and displeasure towards British Broadcasting Corporation, BBC. He has always told them that BBC will be disgraced, that Britain will be disgraced. You remember? Do you know the heavy blow that BBC received? Eh? Who did it come from? It's coming from Donald Trump. BBC is collapsing. Donald Trump is suing BBC for I don't even know how many billion. For that manipulation, they manipulated his voice and edited video just to blackmail him and make it look like he caused insurrection that brought the riots into the Capitol Hill, into the White House. Britain, the chairman of BBC resigned immediately. And I guarantee you that BBC is going down. And as BBC is going down, Britain is going down. There's a message I shared on Twitter. Britain recently, I think it happened recently. When was it today or yesterday? I don't know. Where they said Britain has said they will stop sharing intelligence with America because all those drug cartels that Joe Biden allowed to come into America, they were bringing drugs into America. Donald Trump now had a policy that any one of them that are bringing drug through the river, through anywhere to America, they will be gunned down. And America does not waste it. You know, when Donald Trump says something, he does it. Now, whereas they are coming in, there is an order, fire them. Because they are destroying the American population, bringing drugs to America. As America is handling it, do you know what Britain did? Britain is angry that America is taking care of their borders and, you know, eradicating it of drug lords, barons. Britain now say that they will no longer share intelligence with America. You know the question I asked them? Who una intelligence help? Una get any intelligence? If America need intelligence, it will not come from you, Britain. Where is Israeli Mossad? The best. CIA. Who be Britain? We talk about intelligence. Why did you not share intelligence with? Are you the one that share intelligence with America about what is happening in Nigeria? Are you not aware about what is happening in Nigeria? Is it not under your nose that a citizen, British citizen, was kidnapped from Kenya because he's exposing you people? Because of you people evil. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu laid a curse on Britain, laid a curse on BBC. Today, BBC is down. Britain is going down. And the blessings of God have returned to America through Donald J. Trump because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu blessed him. And now, in return, Biafra is coming. Any one of you that are not supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, supporting Biafra, I'm telling you, the help for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will not be the one to determine it. Southeast governors, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release, you will not have anything to do about it. Your role is not needed. Your help is not needed. Your approval is not needed. Instead, it will happen behind you, you shameless lots. All of you, to your disgrace and shame, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be free without you. Without you. He doesn't need you. He doesn't need you. So all the people you have bought, paid money within our ranks to corrupt and to spoil what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been doing. Where are they now? Where are they? So, Britain, if Britain can become a laughing stock, a disgrace, BBC become a disgrace. Now, wait for Nigeria and see what will happen to Nigeria. Useless set of people. I don't know. This thing is a long one. I don't know. Can we play it? It's already getting late. Let me just allow this our brother to say a little bit and then maybe half of it. And then I will leave it until tomorrow.
This does not go the way of Nnamdi Kanu. Are you foreseeing probably tension in the southeast?
Not just tension. There might not be election in the southeast, and by extension in Nigeria. So that's why.
Why do you think so?
Because people will be disappointed, and when people are fed up, they no longer fear anything again. The worst will be death, and when people no longer fear death, they have reached a limit where they become dangerous human beings, and that is where this judiciary is pushing us to, and that's the reason why the Mr. President needs to halt this, so that we don't get to that level.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. This is Wednesday, the 12th day of November 2025. How many of you have seen the video of Mr. Atiku Yesa, the current National Association of Nigeria Students president, talking about his prison experience with Nnamdi Kanu when he was detained in the DSS facilities? I think this is a video every Nigerian supposed not to miss, because it tells more and more about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It also helps to let you not to see the hatred and the fake news that Nigerian media and Nigerian politicians have, labeled against Nnamdi Kanu. But before we go into that issue, I still want to let you know that Nnamdi Kanu files application at Appeal Court seeking to stay of proceedings in the trial by Justice James Omotosho. Now, as usual, all this court issue of Nnamdi Kanu is going beyond what ordinary person is understanding what is going on. So anytime I see the news of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu like this, I just forward it to my friend who is a criminal lawyer. So he will expatiate it, explain it better for me. And I was also asking, why is it that Nnamdi Kanu is challenging Omotosho when Omotosho have no rule either for his favor or against him, and he's challenging the proceedings already at the Court of Appeal. So the man explained to me that yes, that there are so many documents when Nnamdi Kanu filed a no case submission that Justice James Omotosho refused to look into these documents. For example, the court documents, the Supreme Court judgments, the Federal High Court rulings, and so on and so forth. Justice James Omotosho did not rule anything about this. However, Nnamdi Kanu also filed a motion seeking for the judge to tell him which laws are you using to judge me. Which laws are you using to judge me? And secondly, try to rule on what we gave you, the motions we gave you. before you go into judgment. And Justice James Omotosho says on the day of judgment, they will look into it. Who does that? So that is the purpose why Nnamdi Kanu now filed application to appeal court seeking the stay of proceedings in the trial by Justice James Omotosho. So if the appeal court now listen to his proceedings, that does not mean that Nnamdi Kanu is trying to run away from trial or those things. It just means that Nnamdi Kanu wants you to tell him which law are you using to judge me, number one. Secondly, the court proceedings, appeal court judgment and all those things, tell us what are you talking about it. So you have to rule on this motion first before you even talk about proceeding for him to defend himself, before you talk about judgment. So that was what he explained to me. And all right, let's go into what Atiku Issa said about the Nnamdi Kanu. So stay with me. I will be analyzing this interview and explain some things. Maybe I perceive that it's not clear to you.
Atiku Issa, who is the president of National Association of Nigerian Students.
Cibo per gatti in arrivo domani con Amazon Prime. Ecco fatto.
All right, in the course of all this struggle, you ended up in detention. What was the experience like? And would you also like to go back to that kind of environment again?
Well, it was a wonderful experience because it afforded me the opportunity of meeting somebody that is dear to my heart now. That's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Really?
I was detained, and the first day I was brought out, I saw him. I was shocked. So I now went close to him. I said, I am Comrade Atiku Issa. I wanted to introduce myself. I said, no, I know you. So I started telling me about what happened. So I became shocked. I said, then he told me that be strong. That was how I continued discussion with him for about 2 months. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is somebody I know very well, because if you stay with somebody on a daily basis and you are discussing with the person on a daily basis for about 2 months, because in detention, you don't have anything to do. You only sit down at a particular spot. And you are with this person on a daily basis. And you are always discussing. So you should know the kind of person that he is. And let me tell you that people don't know that it was prior to my meeting with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I had thought that he was a wicked man who want to divide the country, because I am a patriotic Nigerian. And I don't want anything that will bring confusion in this country. So that was the mindset I had. But after meeting him, in the detention, I realized that the Fulanis, the Hausas, the Kanuris there are all loyal to him. You'll be shocked that he has more supporters in the DSS facility than he has outside. Because if anywhere you live and you have more than 95% of the people who are supporting you. Before I met him, a Fulani guy told me, because he said, oh, if you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he will like you because you can speak English. The guy does not understand English. We're always communicating in Hausa language, and in Arabic language. So he said, he will like you because you can speak English, and he's a good man. If you have any problem, tell him. He will help you. So that is how they see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody in that detention facility, they see him as their leader. So it's not about a leader agitating for the Igbo cause. He's a leader agitating for Nigerians, for the betterment of Nigerians. So that is the person Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. So I have discussed with him severally. On a daily basis, he will tell me, Atiku will be strong. And along the line, now told me that, okay, I want you to play along so that they release you from here. I don't want you to continue to stay in detention. That was when I said, I'm ready to remain in detention. I said, no, this place is not good for you. Play along. Do whatever they want you to do. Get away from me and go and meet your family. I said, you are here. Say, don't worry. You go out. I don't want to see young men like you to be in detention. So that is the person we are talking about, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. A very passionate leader with compassion, and he has the interest of, especially the masses at heart. And I think the problem he has, which is not a problem, is that he's...
Are you hearing about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? This is coming from somebody who already had a notion about him. He already has his own conclusion on him. But meeting him, it didn't take 1 hour for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's personnel to change him. Change his mentality, change his ideology, change his person. You see? Tell me how heaven will not be answering every prayer that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been praying. Such a man with such a heart. He doesn't have the heart to destroy. That's why all these accusations and these lies. I'm telling you, people that hate him, they will end up loving him. What scripture does he remind you of? If a man's way pleases the Lord, can somebody help me write in the comment section? Let me know whether I have Bible students that are with me tonight. I believe in Torah, the Old Testament. If a man's way pleases the Lord, I will wait and see whether I have Bible students here. If a man's way pleases the Lord, he will make even his words to be at words with him. I have given you expo, so let me see whether I have Bible students while I continue to read. I will come back and answer the question if I didn't get the answer. If I get the first answer, I will display it. But let's continue to listen to article. If a man's way pleases the Lord, he will make even his words to be what with him. I have given you people expo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's way pleases the Lord.
Too courageous and fearless. And that is why, to me, he is still in detention. Courageous and fearless.
Courageous and fearless. For me, that is why I think that that is the reason why he's still in detention. Now, pay attention. You know, I think what this man said is very deep. I want people to understand it very well. It takes someone who is not fearful to maintain his integrity. You know, Master Alopara told us on how Nnamdi Kanu is being, encouraged to drop Biafra agitation so that they will free him. And I said, if actually the federal government of Nigeria meant this detention of Nnamdi Kanu that because he committed some things that are making them to detain him, why passing through the back of the public, meeting the same Nnamdi Kanu and telling him that, guy, you need to drop this agitation and let us free you? That reveals the intention of the federal government. And it's not because Nnamdi Kanu committed offense, but it is because they just want him to drop the Biafra agitation, which is not against the constitution of anybody, anywhere, any place in the world. Let's continue to listen.
All right, let's look at...
Lavoro da casa e nei weekend adoro fare gite fuori porta, per questo l'auto mi serve soltanto quando mi...
The issue of...
Okay, let's see. I think somebody... Oh, Michael Ale from Facebook. Correct. You're a Bible student. You're a Bible student. Somebody say he's a Omenala student. Anyway, that's good. Omenala is good. Me, I'm a Omenala person too. Yeah, I'm Omenala, but I have studied the Bible before I became Omenala. So, and the Bible, Omenala doesn't say you shouldn't study the Bible. The Old Testament, the Torah, is a very powerful book. If a man's way pleases the Lord, he will make even his enemies to be at peace with him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because of his pureness of heart, his pureness of heart, the only enemy that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have is evil. It is only evil, wickedness, terrorism that are his enemies. If you are not a terrorist, you are not evil, you are good at heart, no matter your tribe. No matter your tribe, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be at peace with you. So because of that, even those that hated him, because he's a good man that pleases the Lord, the Almighty Chukwukadema have made even his enemies to be at peace with him. Jonas Kalu also made it. If a man will pleases the Lord, he will make his enemies to be at peace with him. Bible students, yes, we are complete. Thank you very much. That was a good one. You guys are good. You guys are good. They're very good.
The government and Nnamdi Kanu. Some persons say that the government is using Nnamdi Kanu as a scapegoat to avoid addressing legitimate grievances. They argue that Showere, Iboho, the chairman of Meiti, Allah, all of them had issues at one time or the other. But government discontinued with that case and wondered why is Nnamdi Kanu's case different?
Yes, I agree with those who say that. And but I also want to say that this did not start with the administration of President Tifnubu. He was arrested during the last administration, and because they don't want to address the real issues. This thing is very simple. Why?
What do you think are the real issues?
The real issues are the insecurity, marginalization, and inequality in the country. These are basically the real issues. Address these issues. What on this? Because I believe that President Tifnubu is a listening president. Yes, and just like I said about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being fearless and courageous, which has put him in detention. One of the things that, though, is not something that should be seen as a weakness, which the President Tifnubu has, is that he's too loyal to his friends. And he always stands by his friends. So he will not want to do anything that will embarrass his predecessor. So for that reason, he's taking his time. But on this, I really want to appeal to the President and Commander-in-Chief that if the likes of Igboho, their cases will be discontinued. The chairman of Mieti Allah, their cases, Mieti Allah was arrested and detained in the same facility where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was detained. I was there, so I know all of these things. For security reasons, I want to mention the places. I know they are very, if you close my eyes, I can take you to the detention facility where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is currently, and where Mieti Allah chairman was before he was released. Don't forget, he was arrested. His boys were alleged to have stabbed a general. You see, his boys were alleged to have killed soldiers. I know all lives are equal, but the life of a military man should be seen as being special because they protect the lives of the of others. If any group that will attack military men, those groups should not be seen, should be seen as being extremely violent, and they should be condemned in totality. The military men deserve respect and honor because they are putting their lives to protect us. So now, this same man, his case was discontinued. A Fulani man, his case was discontinued. Yes, he's my brother, I'm happy the case was discontinued, but I'm not happy that military men were attacked. Now Igboho, who was agitating his agitation was very violent. So many lives were lost. Security personnel were attacked. Yet his case was discontinued because he's a Yoruba man. I did not meet Igboho, and I did not meet the chairman of Mieti Allah, but I heard a lot of things about them. But in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all the things, he has been in detention. If the last one and the one that he's still in detention started in 2021, for all of these years, if they have anything against him, why have they not brought it out? There's nothing against him, unlike these two people that their cases were discontinued. The President and Commander-in-Chief has the power by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He can direct the Attorney General of the Federation to discontinue with this case in the interest of national healing and unity of the country. The last time, he should know that these two men I mentioned do not have the kind of support that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has. Okay, I am in order now. As at this moment, I am still owing, as a result of the mobilization I did for people to come to Abuja to protest for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We knew that they were going to attack us. We were tear gassed. We still protested. We were ready to lay down our lives for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because we believe that he has our interest at heart. So a man that has such support, I'm not talking about, let me tell you this, that in the entire of the Southeast, all the governors combined together do not have the kind of support that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has. All the governors combined together. And like I told you earlier, which is one of the things people see as the weakness of President Tifnubu, and to me it's not a weakness. Just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's fearlessness and courage is not a weakness. The president is always standing by his friends. His friends in the Southeast know that once Mazi is released, they will not be able to rig, maim, and retain their offices. So they are the one running up and down to plead with Mr. President to continue with this case. Mr. President is a comrade. He has been in struggle for a long time. So there's no way he will allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to continue to be in detention. He would have since ended this shenanigan called trial, which has lasted for 4 years and nothing has come out of it. But because of these governors and some leaders, when we wanted to do the protest, I reached out to some senators from the Southeast, some leaders from the Southeast. Their responses made it clear to me that they were the ones behind the persecution for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because these people cannot win election. So on this, I want Mr. President to know, I, as the national president of NANS, I have taken steps, and I really want to be involved in this completely. One, I went to Kano, because there's one of the most vocal minds in terms of grassroots politics in Kano, Honorable Ilyasu Musa Kongoso, who was commissioner during the first time governorship position of Rabi Musa Kongoso. He was also commissioner when Mala Ibrahim Shekaro was governor. He was also commissioner when Ganduje was governor. He has been commissioner since the inception of this republic. Only in this, that is with President Tinubu, that is not a commissioner. I went to him, I told him that, you see, because he had called me before that the youths listening to you, especially in the northern part of the country, I want you to work for President Tinubu. So last week I went to him, I said, yes, I'm ready to work for President Tinubu on one condition. You are close to Ganduje, and you are close to the presidency. You are close to the National Security Advisor. Meet them. Let them discontinue with the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the interest of national healing, so that at least when whatever position we take, people will not see us as being tribalistic, sentimental. Let them discontinue. If Igboho's case will be discontinued, our brother, the chairman of Mieti Allah's case will be discontinued. Let the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be discontinued, and then I can assure you that I will move around the entire north to campaign for President Tinubu. I will do that. I told him that. I went to Kano, I met with him, that this is the only reason. This I will do. I will also appeal to him that there's no need for agitation. The president, discuss with Mr. President all your grievances, so that these things can be settled amicably, so that the security of lives and properties in the Southeast and the entire country will be guaranteed. This is what we want. We have, you see, this diversity is good for us. As a northerner, why do I like the Igbo people? Most of them are resilient and they are courageous. That does not mean you don't have cowards among them. When you say a particular tribe has this character, what it means is that more than 70% of them, they have that character. But you can still have some persons again who do not have such characters. So now this is a region that more than 70% of them are resilient. They are very hardworking. They are courageous. And they love their leader. We in the north, we also love him. Mr. President, I appeal to you, in the interest of national healing, I appeal to you, please, let this case be discontinued so that we can have peace in the Southeast, so that we can have peace in the entire country. And it will be to your credit that during your tenure, the Southeast was stabilized. It is far better. And the votes you are looking for, you will get it easily without spending money. Because in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he does not need to give people money. After he's in detention, look at what we are going through because of him. Because we believe in him. So that's the appeal to Mr. President. And the president, let me say this, he's a listening president. You'll be shocked that before 20 this case will be continued. Because I wrote a letter to President Tinubu, less than a month, he replied. I was shocked. How is this possible? That's the president of over 200 million people. How is it? I have written letters to governors for more than 2-3 months, they have not replied. And you, as the president of the entire country, you are replying in less than a month. How do you do this? So that's why I'm using this medium to appeal to President Tinubu. There's no need for this case to continue like this again. Let it come to an end. Political settlement is the best way so that we can have peace in the country.
What do you say to those who argue that Kano detention is illegal under international law? Some others say that he's a terrorist and all kinds of allegations. What is the truth? Given the little you know about him, your interaction with him in the last 2 months while in detention, what do you think?
I think by my little exposure and my stay in the north and in some other parts of the country where I have had cause to listen to persons who have directly or indirectly met with terrorists, I should know one when I see a terrorist. A terrorist will not be talking about peace. I was shocked when I met with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was always emphasizing about peace and justice. So a terrorist will not want people to live peacefully. A terrorist, you see, there are some things I don't want to reveal because of the security implication. But because there are some persons in detention that anytime they have opportunity, because not all the time they bring you out, when they have opportunity to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Fulani girl that the first time I met her in that detention was when I saw her with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. She had gone there to complain, to ask for favor. So I was shocked, why is this? Yeah, because they don't usually allow that. That's one good thing about the DSS facility. They don't allow that at all. But the girl was to be taken out for medication. So she saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and quickly started talking to her because she doesn't speak English fluently, and there was a gap in communication. So I had to come in. I realized that she has more confidence in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu than even her own father, by the way she was talking. Mazi was consoling her that do this, do this. She said she was even complaining that she has stayed here for a long time. She doesn't want. She was talking about even committing suicide. Mazi was consoling her and telling her what to do. That's the kind of, if a terrorist will not bring, I'm talking about a Fulani lady, and they are virtually all tribes you find there. Everybody in the detention facility rallies around Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the way he was always speaking to me, a terrorist will not be talking like that. And okay, another thing again, on a Salah day.
Did you hear what he said? The way he was talking to me, a terrorist can never talk like that. God. The way he was talking to me, a terrorist can never talk like that. And he's about to make a point of what happened on the Salah day.
That Salah, I speak what to do. That's the kind of, if a terrorist will not bring, I'm talking about a Fulani lady, and they are virtually all tribes you find there. Everybody in the detention facility rallies around Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the way he was always speaking to me, a terrorist will not be talking like that. And okay, another thing again, on a Salah day, that Salah I spent in detention, the big Salah, I, as a Muslim, I felt irritated. But even Mazi, he doesn't, he tolerates all of these things. Because on that Salah day, during the celebration, the Muslims usually shout, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, but they were shouting. So I was calling, you see, this detention facility, they are Muslims, they are Christians, they are others. Aside that, you don't have, it's not, even if they are all of us are Muslim, you don't have to shout and disturb others. At this particular time, some persons want to sleep. Some person wants to just sit down quietly. You cannot be shouting like this. But throughout, for the 3 days that happened during in the detention facility, he will not complain. Instead, those who want to come, because when people have problems, they run to him, not even to DSS officers who are supposed to take care of us. He will tell them, no, it's just for a short period of time. Just be patient. When you live with people, you have to tolerate them. I was angry. But he was calming others down, because me, I was also telling those that I said, no, you don't have the right to shout. We are all here Even if all of us are even Muslims, you don't shout. Some persons will want to sleep. But because I lead prayers in the detention facility also, but you know, some persons, most problems that we have in this country is as a result of ignorance. But they couldn't challenge me because they know that I am a Muslim, and I also one of their leaders, even in the detention facility, because I lead prayers. It was when I came that we started even doing the Friday Juma prayers. But I told them that if you want to worship God, you don't have to disturb another person. That any act of worship where another person will feel injured or another person's peace will be taken away, that is not an act of worship that will be rewarded. Now, we don't have to raise our voices. In short, even when I do recitation, I bring my voice down so that it doesn't disturb others. And so I was always telling that this is how a religion should be practiced. It should not be a source of problem to people. But Mazi was not complaining. So if he's a terrorist, I have not seen anything that will make me. That's why I believe in him. I believe in him 100%, more than I believe in my state governor, more than I believe in virtually all Nigerian leaders. And that's why I am out. That's why I have been going through all of this, and that's why I'm appealing. You see, of course, I don't have access to him now, but I can tell you that because I know the kind of person that he is, Mazi, as a courageous man, he listens to his followers. He knows I love him, and I know he loves me. So for that reason, once he's released, I'll go and appeal to him. That the same way you told me to play along, I played and I have been released. When I was released, I went on air to appeal to Mr. President for your case to be discontinued. I know you are a strong man, but because of those of us who love you and we want to see you outside, please stop so and so, discuss with Mr. President, and see how this thing can be resolved amicably. I am very sure Mazi will listen to me because he is a listening person. We argue with him on certain things.
There's something I want to tell Atiku. Do you see, Mazi will listen to you on everything. Everything. But you see this Biafra. To stop Biafra, you know what it means to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? To suspend Biafra for anything. It means to suspend his own life. He will listen to you. And I want to bet you with my 10 fingers and my 10 toes. If you go and advise Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to stop Biafra, he will talk to you the way you, by the time you finish that conversation, you will, in fact, you will tell him, let me be talking about the Biafra on your behalf. You know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not force anything down your throat. He will not force you. He wants you to believe it yourself. Believe it yourself. So just forget about the idea of going to meet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to tell him to stop Biafra. Forget it. Because the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still alive and the zoo did not succeed in taking his life, it is because of the message of Biafra he carries. It is a message that heaven have burdened him with. It is heaven that gave him the burden for Biafra. So letting go of that burden is letting go of heaven and letting go of his own life. He can't do it. Believe me, he can't do it. It's impossible. He can't do it. So let's listen to you, but I want to guarantee you that he can't do it. Okay? I know you have a good intention, but there's no intention better than fighting for the freedom of Biafra. Look, Nigeria is gone. Nigeria is dead. It is the burial of Nigeria that people should be thinking about. How do they have that burial ceremony? But for Nigeria, it's gone.
And he's very vast. So that is the reason why I am coming out now to make this appeal and to tell Nigerians that, and all those listening to us, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. He's not a criminal. His only problem is that he's fearless and courageous. He hates injustice. He used to tell me,
his only problem is that he is fearless and courageous. His only problem is that he is fearless and courageous. I like that.
Usually, when he usually tell me, he will speak in Igbo and translate to me. He will say this is a proverb in Igbo language. That I remember a particular one that he told me that in their place, when a child is beaten by his parents, is being beaten by his parents, and the child runs to an elder. Yes, that elder now serve as a shield, so that the parents will not continue to beat again. And also that if anybody is being molested, it is the responsibility of others to come out and stand for the person who is being molested, so that you don't keep quiet when a particular person is being humiliated. That usually he will speak in, he said that this is a proverb in Igbo language, and then he will translate that this is, so there are so many things he told me, so that these things are not allowed. These things, these are the things that are not good, and society must condemn acts of injustice. And that's why, and he demonstrated that, and he's still demonstrating that in the detention facility where he is. As I speak to you, if not because of the professionalism of the DSS officers who are close to him, I can tell you that all of them, if you ask them, those that are close to him, that work close to him, all of them, no exception, will say that they should release him. All of them, they like him. The way they interact with him, you see that they like him. Everybody that detention facility, they will want him to go, but they will miss him. All. You have virtually all tribes in that detention facility, but all will want him to go. All are saying he's a good man. I use those who don't know him, are they now saying that all the people who are with him don't have their reasoning and their thinking is bad? Everybody in that detention facility, I let the DSS conduct a survey. Everybody will say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a good man. The Igbos will say the same. Yorubas will say the same thing. The Fulanis will say the same thing. The Hausas will say the same thing. I met him just for how many days? See how I am passionate about him now. I'm among those who are his members already. Anywhere he goes, that is where I go, because I know he's a good leader. You see, you will always want to be by somebody who will not betray you.
Oh my God.
Somebody that you know that will always stand.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You will always want to be around somebody who will not betray you. Oh. Good testimony. Best testimony.
Already. Anywhere he goes, that is where I go, because I know he's a good leader. You see, you will always want to be by somebody who will not betray you. Somebody that you know that will always stand for you. One of the things my family members told me that you should be happy that you were detained, because at least you have got to meet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So that because when I went back home, I told them that I had a wonderful discussion with Mazi. I said, that means this is a blessing now. If you were able to, now are you sure? See, I'm sure that somebody that I know very well that this. I told them the story about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that was why when I was going to protest during the last protest, and because a lot of my family members entertained fears that it was going to be that the security will clamp down on us, but they said no. If you cannot betray somebody who stood by you, who is a good person, we just pray for you. Whatever happens, go. Not because of what I told them about him. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist, and based on he was kidnapped from Kenya. Also, I think he was kidnapped. Why should you kidnap somebody and bring the person to Nigeria to come and try? And even in Nigeria, I think there was a judgment that was given that he should be released and a compensation paid. Why was that judgment not carried out? So this thing has nothing to do with law. It is pure political witch hunt, and that's why we want Mr. President to just end this.
All right, let's look at the judgment has been fixed. His judgment on terrorism charge against him has been fixed for 20th of this month.
Basta con i denti fissi su impianti economici in 24 ore, in 2 ore.
Supposing the case does not go the way of Nnamdi Kanu, are you foreseeing probably tension in the southeast?
Not just tension. There might not be election in the southeast, and by extension in Nigeria. So that's why.
Why do you think so?
Because people will be disappointed, and when people are fed up, they no longer fear anything again. The worst will be death, and when people no longer fear death, they have reached a limit where they become dangerous human beings, and that is where this judiciary is pushing us to, and that's the reason why the Mr. President needs to halt this, so that we don't get to that level, because that is what will happen. We don't even need, you see, they can charge you for anything. I do not, because of the honor done to me by President Tinubu, there are certain things that I have kept to myself that I don't want to reveal. So much I have seen injustice. Injustice has been meted out to me personally. As at the time I was abducted, I was holding the hands of the former governor of Kano State, Malam Ibrahim Shekaru. The emir of Dutse, his representative, was behind. The former governor of Kogi State, Captain Idris Wada, was coming behind us too. It was in their presence I was by Benga Adeyeye, known as Aluta Pilot. And because they told them that I am an imam, one of them brought out alcohol and forced me to drink. And that was the first time I took alcohol. But there are so many things worse than what I have just said. I have kept that to myself because of the honor done to me by Mr. President. But if they don't release Mazi Nnamdi, we'll come out and tell the full story. All those that are involved will say it. Let them come and take my life too. So all of these things, they can charge anybody for anything. They brought out gun. Since I was born till this moment, people, the only thing they have ever complained about me is that Atiku is stubborn. Nobody has ever accused me of even stealing or attacking anybody. I have not slapped anybody before. And let me even say that I want to exonerate the DG, because the DG, all the things they plan, they actually plan for me to be there throughout my tenure as NAN's president, so that their thug will take over. Ladoja Olusola, who hit me in the eye, and Yinka Dada, who is the former NAN's president, who stole my phone, with Olusola.
But how are you sure, the allegations you are making, how are you sure that they stole your phone? Since, did you see them with it? Is there any evidence to...
They abducted me now. My phones were with me. They abducted me and took my phone. And I saw them and I also know them. I have known them before now. They stole Salahuddin Lukman asked me to put my pin. I put my pin. And then they took away my phones. This country, they can frame anybody up. And that's why I'm passionate about this Nnamdi Kanu's case, because they have done this to me. So if you take terrorism, I'll just say this, in short, anybody you say even is a criminal in this country, I don't even believe. Because I have never held gun in my hand. I have friends who are police, DSS, military, in short, I even have friends who are generals in the Nigerian army. Because I studied computer science, I know that when subjected to forensic examination, your hand, they can know whether you have held a gun before or what kind of gun before. So even if you keep it, I will not touch it. If the DG had carried out what they wanted, then maybe I would have been killed by now, or even after raising, I would have been assassinated. We need something that will work. I don't care if you like, bring all Yoruba, as long as the system will work, but they must be competent. If you like, bring all Igbos. Okay, why are we not complaining that the Super Eagles of Nigeria is dominated by Igbos? Okay, because we want to win, ba? Why are we not complaining? Because we want to win. If you want good result, look for the best people. The guy, you see that, or the operation in the DSS, they don't even have, they don't know how to gather intelligence at all. They are behaving as if they are combatant. Throughout my stay in DSS facility, every time they bring me out, only one man I was always afraid of meeting. And that's the deputy director in charge of investigation, because he is always very calm. I saw intelligence, very calculative. I said, Kai, I always fear him, but he will never shout. But others that used to shout, this one, they don't have anything. They don't have, because they are always shouting. So when the only person I was always afraid of was the director, the deputy director in charge of investigation. And the time they allowed my family to come and visit me, my family stayed in his office. So I told, don't speak to that man. That man is too intelligent. Even movement, he will be able to know what is in your mind. If you are so,
when they visited me, I said, even water, don't drink. If you greet him, don't say anything again. They waited for me for about 2 hours because they took me to hospital. Nobody spoke to him. Anything. I said, yes, don't talk to that man because he's the only intelligent man in the entire of DSS that I met. Those who are not courageous are not good to work with people. Those who cowards, you see, acts of cowardice can be easily detected. When you see a man that vacillates from left to right, depending on the side that has immediate material satisfaction, such a man is a coward. You don't need such a man to work with you. Men who are not ready to make sacrifice, they are not fit to be in position of authority. It will be, President Tinubu is courageous. By discontinuing with this case, he will show Nigerians that he's a courageous leader. He's fearless. It's not that he doesn't have the power. He has the power. It's when you have the power to do and undo, but you restrain yourself. That is courage.
All right, let's wrap up this way. What will you tell the president about the Southeast who feel that they need healing? The killings in the Southeast, how can we stop it? The people of the Southeast continuous complain about marginalization. How can we address this? What do you have to say to the president?
The marginalization is real. And that is why I'm appealing. Well, first, release their son. They love him. And this same is their son, is their leader. They love him, they respect him. They want him released. He is the only person in the entire of the Southeast at the moment that can say, all of you, put down your weapons. Not with force. Okay, you have sent military there. They have not been able to achieve that. A man that can tell them to put down their weapons and they will listen to him, why will you keep him in custody? Those that are giving you contrary advice to what we are telling you now, they don't mean well. We want peace in the Southeast. These people will be able to help your government improve and also improve livelihood because they are hardworking. You don't, with this agitation, okay, during the last protest, even in the Southeast, all shops were closed. The roads were empty because of one man. Which governor do you think in the entire of the Southeast can command such respect? So release him. The marginalization is real. But President Tinubu, you are trying. I think one of the service chiefs is even from the Southeast. So give them, those who are competent. I'm not just saying give appointment because somebody is from Southeast. I don't want that at all. You have competent people from there. Bring them on board. Let all of us work together in the interest of national healing. You see, when I talk to my brothers in the north, they come and tell me, oh, do you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu you are talking about, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are the ones that killed Sardauna? I say, was it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that killed Sardauna? They say, no, it was the Igbos. I say, okay, what about the Igbos that were killed by our own brothers?
This AI tool is better than 11 labs for one-time cost.
That, you see, what happened in 1966, a long time ago, the major who took the decision did not consult all the Igbos before he took the decision. It was his own decision. And that decision, many Igbos lost their lives again as a result of the counter coup. Do you know how Ironsi was also killed? I always want a balanced argument, not just arguing because out of a sentiment. Do you know how Ironsi was also killed? There was a counter coup. And many Igbos lost their lives. So now we cannot continue like that. Let us come together and understand ourselves and forgive ourselves. We are talking about forgiveness. Mr. President, if you achieve this, this will be your greatest achievement as the president. Release him so that you bring everybody on board. And you'll be seen as even the best president for bringing peace. Anything, all achievements without peace is useless. Okay, now, if you construct all the roads in Abuja, and people are being killed. Okay, what are those that will make use of the roads? If all the hospitals are even functional, and before people get to the hospitals, they are already dead, what will be the use of the hospital? Peace is very important. And even Mr. President will agree with me that to achieve peace in the Southeast, don't listen to these governors. You know that you need this man to come on board because they love him. Once people like, respect, and honor somebody, before you take that, whatever you say about that person, they will not agree. Let the person come to talk to them. That is my appeal. We are appealing to Mr. President. I'm not an Igbo man before anybody will come and say, oh, because you're an Igbo man is your brother. I am only being objective, and because I don't even have
based
any
on personal interaction as
based
well.
on personal interaction and the reality on ground. I don't have any place I can run to. This is the only country I have. I pray for this country. I pray for, in short, the president that I disliked the most was President Buhari. I was also praying for him to succeed because if his failure was also affecting me negatively. Because, okay, if a president is sick, there are things that need the attention of the president. If he doesn't do it, a lot of people will suffer. So that's why I disagree with people that usually I was always complaining about President Buhari. But sometimes when I say, okay, we need to pray for him, when he was sick, we were always praying for him, so that, because if the office is left vacant like that, a lot of bad things will happen. Things will go on wrong. In the same way, I encourage Nigerians to pray for President Tinubu, but we want the president to do the right thing, so that things can work very well. This is the only country we have. You are the father of the country. You are the father of all the Igbos. You are the father of all the Yorubas, all the Hausas, all the Fulanis. So you don't have to take side at all. And you have suffered injustice before. During Nadeko, he was in the forefront. The president is a comrade. So I believe that once this message goes to him, something will be done before 20th of November, so that this case can be discontinued.
Thank you very much, comrade.
Thank you very much, sir.
National President, National Association of Nigerian Students. It's been a pleasure.
Somebody that I know very well. I told them the story about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was why when I was.
All right, I think that was it. Thank you for joining me to watch this. Quite interesting. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Muhammad Kindibo. Bumbo. I brought Abado mmadụ n'onu onye ahụ aka dị ndụ. Akpụkpụ nke m ọgbadoghị n'onu onye ahụ anwụọ pee. Agbadogo m Nigeria n'olu. Gbado ndị si na Biafra agaghị abịa n'onu. Anọ ha n'onu na-akụ ha wọwọ. Woto. All right, it is late over here. It's past 12 midnight and I'm going to catch my sleep. I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Thank you for joining me tonight. May Chukwu Kabiama Primihenile bless you. May Chukwu Kabiama Primihenile bless our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May he keep him strong, hale and healthy as he is coming out with Biafra flag. May Chukwu Kabiama Primihenile bless our leader, our Prime Minister, Ekpa, as he is also gaining victory on behalf of Biafra at the international stage. The whole world will know that this is the season for Biafra. He say. Chukwu Kabiama Primihenile bless our friend Mazi Omoyele Sowore. May Chukwu Kabiama Primihenile bless the comrade that just finished talking right now, Mr. Atiku Issa. Thank you very much, every one of you that have joined me tonight. May God bless you all. Have a wonderful night. It is well with you all. Let us conclude with a prayer from our leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọ bụla ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọ bụla ya bụ ọka aka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tụọ oge ebighị ebi. Onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anakpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịgị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. N'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọ bịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt, gotu agba wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ karị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na-enye gị ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtụ na-eji ama mgbe niile. N'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị, anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nsọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ, anyị wee na-eto gị eze Ebube dị Ngozi si gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị refe nwanya bụ isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija ma na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasị wee baa ha ọnụ ha wee daa hapụghị ikuni ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ izu ala ọkwa n'iyi eze Ebube dị Ngozi. Anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkwa ha nsọ gị na-asị na enweghị iche ọzọ egwezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onwe onye kere na otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị mmadụ onye bụ ka a na-ajọ gị ise ise ise